Hey, good morning to you. So I got asked a question about loading my horses. How do I load my horses? How do I travel with my horses? And right now is a great time to make a film because I'm actually loading up my horses so I can head out of town for a little bit. Um, I don't. I generally don't tie my horses in the trailer. I generally just have them. I'll show you what I do with my ropes, but I generally do not tie my horses. I don't put on any different halter. I just use a rope halter. There are some mixed opinions on the rope halter. Yes, if a horse gets hung up in a rope halter, the halter ain't gonna break. A leather halter it will. I don't swap halters. I just roll around with a rope halter. Y'all do whatever you want. But if you guys have seen any of my trailer loading videos, I am not big on getting into a trailer. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send my first horse in. He's just going to walk on in. Right? We're just going to walk on in. Just like that. I'm not going to go in with him. I'm just going to let him walk all the way up into his stall. And then once he's in the stall and I have the divider shut, everything's safe, everything's cool. All I do is I just take this rope and I set it in between my divider and the hinges and the hinge post. So that rope just sits there. Now say I've got a horse that I do need to tie up. Say I got a horse that maybe he's just a bit unruly. I've had horses that want to reach their head over them dividers and try to bite the other horse, or maybe I have a horse that hasn't trailered very much and they want to turn around in that little in the stall. So what I would do for that is I would send them in just the same. I'd leave the divider open. I always try to give my horses an out, and I always try to plan an escape route for myself. So from here, if the horse wants to get out, he's going to go out. And then if he wants to run out backwards, then I'm going to run forward if I don't think I can make it out back faster than he can. So make sure he's okay with this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up to the tie ring in his stall, and I'm just going to simply run my rope. See there, he's backing up. That's okay that he backs up because I'll just ask him back forward. Now, since he's not tied, if he wanted to run out, then he could just go out. So he wouldn't back up, feel the claustrophobic issues of the halter from being tied and freak out. I've had to cut myself out of a situation in a trailer just before I got some permanent cranium damage. So I'm pretty picky and pretty particular on how I manage my horses in a trailer. So now the rope is just through the tie ring in his stall. He's still not tied hard and fast. So if he needs to get out, he can get out. If he wants to run out, then I'll run forward and get out of the heck out of his way. So now I'll just kind of walk back here. I'll ask him forward. A lot of times horses will feel claustrophobic pressure from the halter, so I might drive him forward prior to me kind of pulling on that lead rope. So now I still have the end of my lead rope. Shut that divider. Make sure he's got enough slack in there to get on his hay bag. And then I would tie him up to this stall's tie ring. I go to unload my horses. I untie them from this ring. Of course, this last horse is gone. Maintain control of my lead rope. Open that divider. He's trying to back out right there, so I'll just kind of, pull forward, have him stand still. I try not to get in between the divider and the tack room. And then what I'll do is I'll just kind of pet my way up to the front. And like I said, if he wants to run out, he'll run out and I'll come to the front. And then I'd back him out and it'd be a done deal. And then the last horse, I just send in. And then I just take the lead rope of my last horse and I just throw it over his back. And that's how that last horse rides. So if I had to tie a horse up, if a horse needed to be tied in the trailer for whatever reason, I'd put him in the second stall. If I had to put him in the last stall, I would load him just like that. I would shut this door and then I would tie him through the manger. I would the drop down window. I'd drop down the windows and I'd tie him that way. I wouldn't go inside that last stall, tie a horse, and then try to walk out past the horse. That's a very blatant no-brainer to me. There's no escape route for the horse. There's no escape route for me. You get into a pickle, you got to be cutting ropes. It ain't no fun. I've been there before. So that's how I trailer load my horses. kind of in a nutshell. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to see any more videos, let me know. But I got to get out of here and start chasing some white lines. So y'all take care.